I gotta mute this. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. And the good news is, unlike yesterday, Mark Zuckerberg didn't want us to broadcast. We're gonna come live today. We have the session ready for you. I'm really excited. Shana has a lot of good information for you. We're coming to you live. Here's what it means. You will be able to ask questions. You'll be able to interact. Make sure you walk away with plenty of good information, especially under these crazy circumstances and conditions. This is a good time to learn. So stop fucking binging on that Tiger Man. You watch that, Shana? You know what they're talking about?
You know, it's hard not to watch it because everybody's been posting about it. So I'm guilty. I did watch it, but
Is it worth watching? Because I see the memes, I see the posts, but I don't know. I know there's a show on Netflix. That far I got. Is it like a train wreck?
It's a train wreck. It's terrible. It's almost like garbage TV that you feel like it cannot be real, but it's real. So you want to keep watching. So I would suggest, it's a good binge watch.
Should I venture into that world? Do you think it's safe to?
You can. Luckily, there's a few episodes.
All right. Because I'm curious now. You guys got me all curious. You know, normally I don't watch a whole lot of TV. But this got me curious because, boy, there's so much noise about it on them interwebs. So that's good. You guys are watching it, Rockstars? Are you into it? Tell the truth. Come on, fuckers, admit it. I know you. Of course you are, every single one of you. I'll be too. All right, so everybody's here. Oh, I forgot to turn one thing on so we can see what the good people are saying. Hey, Roxy, good to see you. Tiger King is so stupid. Well, I think that's the appeal of the show. It's just dumb. You know, that was like, remember that show on MTV, those kids like in Jersey or somewhere? Jersey Shore, remember that?
Yes.
Come at me, bro. I mean, that was so dumb. It was entertaining. All right. So huddle around, gather around, peeps. We're going to have a really good time. I have Shana with me who has some really cool info for you. My apologies for yesterday. We had some technical difficulties. I just have to do one more thing here. And we are good. Okay. Sandy's not watching it. Travis is here. Good to see you. Philip, Brian is checking in. Terry, Ian, William. Good to see all of our good friends here on Rockstars and on YouTube. We are coming to you live from the bunker of Borino, from the secret location. We're going to kick some virus ass today with some good information. Don't fall for the, oh, I can't do anything. Market is dead bullshit. It's all good. There are people out there who need your help. There are people out there who are looking for guidance, for advice. Be safe. Of course, I'm not going to go through that stupid list. Everybody knows what to do. But with that said, don't believe that there's no money, no market, no people. There is plenty of that. You have to work hard. You have to work smarter. And this is why we're here today, you have to have better tools. You have to have a really sharp saw to cut through the noise, to cut through the BS, to cut through the resistance and obstacles that are in our way. But you can succeed, and you will. So with that, please welcome back a rockstar agent from California that I really enjoy talking with, not only because she's good at what she does, and I want her to tell you some of the background and some stats of what they're doing, but also Shana is very good at teaching and sharing how you can do the same thing. In other words, the system that they're using in their business are duplicatable, are implementable. None of this is super easy. This is not a beginner stuff. So if you got your license last week, first, my condolences, and two, be ready that this is advanced stuff. But with few dollars and some knowledge and some skill and some persistence, you can totally duplicate it. And what is cool is Shana doesn't have that mindset, oh, I'm not going to share this shit because this works for me and makes me money. She's willing to come and inspire you guys. And that's the second part of why I like having her on the show, is because a lot of what she's going to share will be not just the technical, but the inspiration, that there's business out there, the opportunities out there. So with that, please, a warm rockstar welcome to Miss Shana Gates. Shana, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here and share some information with you guys. Like Borino said, fear lives on the couch, and this time you shouldn't be just taking a pause, take a pivot. So of course, this is 2 to 3 weeks into stay-at-home orders, and I'll be the first one to say stay at home and stay safe. But as Borino knows, I've always worked virtually. I have a small team. Most of the homes that I sell, actually, I've never been into myself. I do have realtors and boots on the ground. But this is a whole new meaning. And of course, it's going to change our industry forever. So this past 2 weeks, I really focused on what do I have control over? And to eliminate some of the fear that's going on for myself and for my team. So I just wanted to take back control over what I can focus on. So for me,
Shana, real quick, just to kind of give folks the background, how many years you've been in the business?
I've been a real estate agent for this is my 15th year. So I've
15th
gone
year.
down the
So you've
chart.
seen a thick and thin, the good and bad.
I have.
Now, last year had a really good year. How many transactions you and your team? How many deals did you guys do?
For myself, working in that market, really being there part-time and virtual, I sell about 45, 50 homes a year.
Wow. Now, guys,
Last year was 46 homes working virtual.
those are amazing numbers. Here is why. You're considered Northern California, am I right?
Northern Central Valley.
Geographically.
Yes.
Central Valley. Okay. Ultra competitive market where everybody has to have 4 real estate licenses just to sell a house. True.
It is definitely competitive, and it's been like most of the country where we see multiple offers, and it's been a very tight market.
So to be able to pull off 40, 50 deals, you're doing a lot of things right, not just something right. And you cannot just rely on cute little referrals coming your way. You have to get out there and hustle, right?
Correct.
All right. So now with this shift, this hit pretty hard, pretty quick. What are you doing now? Walk me through it. How has your business shifted and changed? Where are you guys?
Within 2 weeks, just like everybody else in the country, my whole outlook of the way that I run my business has changed. I thought, Borino, that I did as good as anybody as far as working virtual. Like I said, I have a team, so sometimes I'm not meeting the clients in person or going to the home. But this is now with a stay-at-home order. We got hit second in the country with this. So what I did personally is I got on panels with realtors, brokers, owners across the country because I want to see what they're doing. And I just learned from other people. So a lot of what I'm sharing with you is something that I also want you to take home and do yourself right now in these times that we have time. So the first thing that went out the window is our quarterly action plans and everything that we just set 2 months ago for the new year. So out the window. And I had to think about one, we do artificial intelligence and action plans. I had to turn all of that off. So everything that we knew 2 weeks ago, out the window for the most part, because we had to start recreating the way that we're communicating, not necessarily with artificial intelligence, but more emotional intelligence. So just letting my team and myself know we're not having real estate conversations anymore. We're not cold calling for real estate transactions. What we could do is just a few small pivots that's not going to cost you guys very much money. So I turned off my action plans. My team and I focused on ways that we could communicate, pushing value and information without having real estate conversations. And what I really found is when I started initially making those phone calls and Zoom calls I started with my past clients because those are people that know me. They're not going to get upset if I'm calling them. I'm just simply checking in on them and their family. But surprisingly enough, that leads to real estate conversations because after they tell me their circumstances of job loss, they might need to sell their house, things like that. So that's what I started with, is turning off all my action plans, changing the way that we communicate, gave me a reason to call all my past clients. I did notice, like what I mentioned to you, that for sell by owners and expireds, I've seen an uptick in them calling because now more than ever, they're going to need to sell. They think, of course, they all have their speculations of what's going to happen in the market next. So some clients, they still have a reason why they need to sell now and not wait. So the next part of what I think that has been very helpful to me, and of course, Borino, you know that I like to beta different things. So the past few years, I just a lot of lead gen and different ways of communication and what's working, what I could get results on. So I like to kind of study the science of real estate in the sense of what's getting results. So I wanted to share with you guys 2 simple things that I did for myself and my team that we're getting responses on. And I will take this, like I said, is even after this all settles and we go back to normal real estate again, I've changed my outlook of how I'm going to do business forever, because even though I thought I was a virtual agent, this is a new meaning. We could be so much more efficient with our time, adapting to some of these virtual ways of giving a buyer consultation, a listing consultation. And I'm getting a lot of requests for those right now that people were thinking, and now more than ever, they're thinking of getting off the fence or should I wait? So I wanted to share
Even
with you
closing, I think we will become more efficient because some of these things that used to be done the old-fashioned way, in person, escrow or settlement or whatever, we can do now
guys.
virtually. Why go back to the old ways? So this is awesome. Shana, can I just interject real quick? Because you mentioned some really good points, and I don't want to just kind of glide over them. I think this is really good. You guys are enjoying it, right? Thumbs up. Everybody happy? All right, good. You mentioned the calls to past clients. Give me a little bit of an example. Give me some taste of what the conversation starts like. You pick up the phone, you call somebody you haven't talked to, let's say, in 6 months or so. Where do you start? How do you open the conversation?
First, I try to call them with FaceTime or something that's video chat. So this is the first thing that really helped me, because like I said, fear lives on the couch. For the first few days, I'm guilty of it. Didn't want to get dressed in front of the TV, gloom and doom, that puts things in your mind that your career's over. What are you going to do? So I made a commitment to myself that every day I'm going to get up, get ready as if I'm going to work. I'm going to go into my home office and I'm going to keep my schedule, my time blocking schedule. And it helps my whole outlook and mindset. So if anything, it helps with mindset of following a schedule. And when I call my past clients, I'm trying to do it with video chat. If they decline that, then I'm calling them directly and simply saying, hey, Borino, I just want to check on you and your family to see if you guys are safe and staying at home. Do you guys need anything? And surprisingly enough, that led to, some of my clients are teachers. Some of them are nurses, work in the emergency room. So for the next 30 minutes, I'm just listening to their family story. Have their kids been sick? Are their kids in school? How are they enjoying their house? Are they off work? Are they still going to work? What's happening in the hospitals? What's happening in the schools? So if anything, it's helping me feel better about everything that's going on, just hearing their stories and what other people are going through as well. But it has opened up.
Did anybody ever get pissed off at you? Like, why are you calling me during these kind of crazy times? Anybody got pissy?
I'm not calling like my brand new lead in. I still have my leads coming in, but I'm not calling. That's why we turn off the automation and the artificial intelligence, because we did get like a text, like, why are you trying to make a house sell, even though they inquired. But we changed our line of communication. We're not having conversations about selling a house unless they're asking us what's going on in the market. And most of those conversations of simply talking to them about their family and their job and the resources with the CARES Act and how we could just help them is leading to, well, what's going on in your industry? Is it a good time?
And I would imagine a lot of people just appreciate the reach out and the genuine interest connection, right?
They want to talk to us more than ever.
That is fantastic. And you continue doing that?
We continued doing that. And then my next pivot point is what I would love for all of you real estate rock stars to adapt, not only now, but like me for business going forward, is, okay, now we have some people that actually still want their home CMA, or they're inquiring for their home value because they still have a need to sell, maybe now or later, or they want to do a buyer consultation. I even got a Facebook message said, hey, before this hit, me and my husband, we just had a baby. We're thinking about buying a house. Do you think now is still a good time? And my response to anybody that's asking me that, so I could practice myself as well. Hey, I would love to talk to you and your family. I'm going to send you an appointment Zoom link and let's jump on and have a consultation. I'm not really, of course, it's hard to determine what's going to happen in the market right now, but I just really am coming to a communication standpoint that I just want to talk to them about their family and what's going on. If their family's growing or downsizing, things like that, they're going to have a need no matter what we're going through. So,
gotcha. So you hop on Zoom, you have a little chat with them, and then based on that, either follow up, hold, or help them.
I do. So everybody's familiar with Zoom. I'm going to show you a few products that is really affordable. And I would say the top 3 products that you need to be virtual and feel confident to go virtual is Zoom. But before you're even doing your Zoom meeting, I want to show you guys something called Loom. I don't know if you're familiar with it, Borino, or if you've heard of it before. I just started using it this past week. And if it's okay with you, I want to show everybody an example of how I'm using it.
Please do, fire it up, yes.
So Loom, everybody in the technology industry is discounting everything right now. So I know it's a hard time for realtors to spend money. Loom, what I'm about to show you, they discounted it to $5 a month. So everybody could afford $5 a month for this tool is extremely awesome. And I'm going to show you how I'm using it. And it's for unlimited recordings. So anybody that I speak with requesting their home value or a buyer consultation, I'm just going to show you one quick example if it will play for me. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share.
Can you share screen? Are you set up for it? You should be
Yep.
good to go, right?
So this is Loom, $5 a month. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you now?
No, we still see your lovely face, but hold on. Maybe it's going to go live because I see you, but that sometimes, yeah, now we can see your screen. We're good.
So this is Loom. It's $5 a month. And this is how I used it for you could email it, very easy to use and download. Anybody could do it and anybody could afford it. $5 a month for unlimited recordings. And I'm just going to
Hey, Donna, it was a pleasure speaking with you earlier today. Thank you for reaching out regarding your home value for 1313 Woodstone Drive in Modesto. I have your value ready for you. And I did notice that you're very close to the golf course, that you have a swimming pool and a 3-car garage. And I did also notice that you do have solar panels. There has been a few homes that recently sold in your neighborhood near the golf course. These are just a few. I'm going to go ahead and send you this comparable market analysis to your email. And I'd love to go over this with you on a video chat. So I'm going to send you a Zoom link and I'll talk to you soon.
So Borino,
Very cool.
That's just an example. It shows your face in a video in a circle on the bottom of the screen, but you could show them whatever. So one thing, I wasn't doing that before this past 2 weeks. And that's something that I'll take with me for the rest of my career. Anybody that does a CMA request or a buyer consultation, I might just send that to their email with a Zoom link. And that way because before, especially like online inquiries, they want their home value. Maybe they're not ready for the listing appointment. But I feel like that's a way to stand apart from your competition, sending them that email and then forcing them to communicate with you in person, not having to just send the email and they review it themselves.
That's very cool. So you just fire up Loom, do the screen capture. You are on your webcam on your computer, or you can, I would imagine, use like a tablet. It records, and then you send an email with the link to play it back, and also with a link to meet you on
Zoom
on a video chat.
To go over their home value with them.
What do you use to prepare the home value? What program do you use? What app?
So I use, and a lot of realtors have Cloud CMA. So that's on most MLSs, or I'm with Next Home, so they provide that. And Cloud CMA is an awesome tool that most of us already have, but they have a presentation view. Normally I just print it out and we have a binded copy, really pretty presentations that we bring in person. But now that we're going virtual, when people are requesting their home value, I'm using that presentation. So that's something that's free if you have Cloud CMA, which most agents do, and use that presentation view, because now it's just like you could press a play button or it gives a different view. So that's what I'm using for a CMA of a tool that we already have. And then the other item that I've always had, and I'm like everybody else, I was not doing my best with video, and though my team had BombBomb, we were struggling to really like integrate it with our action plans and our CRMs. So that was the first thing that I did this past 2 weeks. Also, I took BombBomb, integrated it into my CRM, which is Follow Up Boss, very easy to do. And now we could send BombBomb to eBlast or things like that in our CRM. But BombBomb, one good idea that actually got more responses than we sent e-blast about the CARES Act and what that means for homeowners and business owners and things like that. I feel like that was a lot of good information. Though everybody's getting so much information, that actually didn't get as many responses as something simple as this. A lot of us have children that now they're getting homeschooled. We have a newfound appreciation for our teachers. Loom and BombBomb have recently released like landing pages for teachers and are offering it for teachers for homeschooling for free. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to show you one more video that we did, and it got so many responses. I sent it out to teachers using BombBomb, offering them the free product with their landing page, something very simple. And I really enjoyed it because I got so many responses and videos back thanking me for that product, introducing them.
That is brilliant.
Teachers
Now,
aren't
you guys,
really-
you were asking about Loom, and Shana has a special link, right? You said we have some kind of special discount, $5. Is it a special link that folks will need to check it out?
Loom, it's unlimited and it is on their website. They did it for everybody.
Okay.
For BombBomb, I do have a discount code for everybody. It's
Okay, cool.
normally
So Loom, just go to, let's see, what's the URL? Let me find out. I would imagine it's just loom.com,
loom.com.
right? Yeah. And it's $5.
$5.
Yeah, you can start from free, actually. Get Loom for free, and then they have different plans. So it's LOOM. LOOM. Basic is for individuals. They just need to record short, quick videos. Unlimited until July 1st. Listen to this. Basic Loom is unlimited until July 1st. Now, if you want to go to the pro one that Shana is using, that's $5 a month. And for teachers and students, it's free. That's awesome. Very cool tool. Like it very much. For those of you who are interested in Zoom, which is what we're using right now, this is what we're on with Shana. That's what I will teach you guys how to use. They have a basic free plan up to 40 minutes for a small group of people. You can record these sessions, and then you can move up. They have several tiers, and I'll share those with you. We don't get paid by these folks. This is not like a plug. Oh, get them, and we're going to get these giant fat commissions and retire to Bahamas. This is to share with you what's being used in the industry by rock stars like Shana right now. Cool. You wanted to run another video, yes?
Yes. So BombBomb, there is a discount code, and I'll make sure that you guys all have that link, but it's just bombbomb.com/C, like for Corona.
Okay.
And that is going to
So-
give you BombBomb for $29 a month. That's
I'm
usually,
typing it in.
BombBomb's usually a lot.
BombBomb is a terrible name, by the way. I should have chatted with Steve the other day when he was on my show. That's a terrible name.
I did
terrible.
get permission from Steve to give the discount code for
Fantastic.
all the real
Thanks for
estate
that.
rockstars.
Steve is awesome. Have you guys read this book? This is a really good book. I don't know if I have a copy. I think I do. All right. So it is bombbomb.com/C. You can sign up for BombBomb. Very good service. I use it personally in our business. We like it. Highly recommend it. All right, cool. So we got Loom, we got BombBomb. Now,
So I'm going to show you an example if you're okay with it,
Please.
Borino. This is my BombBomb email. Very simple, and it's got the most results back. All it says is thank you for being a teacher and all you do for our community. And then it goes to this landing page that BombBomb already created for teachers with a video, and it's just, you know, that the students need them and they deserve them in person. So I was surprised to see that this got more responses than anything that I was sending. But of course, we're not having real estate conversations anymore. We're pushing value. How can we help our community? And my video was simple. It was just, you know, to my friends and clients that were teachers. Me and my home office, just thanking them for what they do.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking of you and to thank you personally for being a teacher and educator and doing what you do for our community. I know that for most schools, they were cut short this year, and it's a really crazy time, and there's a lot of kids that depend on you. So I wanted to let you know about this service that we use for our team in real estate. It's called BombBomb. It's a way, especially now in these times, to stay in contact just as you're seeing through video email. And BombBomb is as a thank you for teachers and educators around the country. They are giving the subscription for free. So I just wanted to tell you thank you and to let you know about this subscription. Check out the information below. And I hope to see you soon. Send a video back.
And I got so many videos back, and it was really fun for me too, to actually feel what they're feeling when they get a video in their email. And I think that really is going to get a lot more response and more attention than any e-blast or any email or anything that you could send out as video.
That is brilliant, because everybody's saying, though, idiotic, stupid, please don't do that, people. Oh, what are we doing in COVID-19? Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit, corporate talk, unpersonal, salesy shit, or not relevant at all. Sending little videos like that resonates with people, connects with people, it creates bond and relationship. This is beautifully done. Very cool. Love it.
I actually,
all right. Can I just go back? Because you said something really cool a while back. You said you're reaching out to for sale by owners and expireds. And as you guys know, I'm known to FSBO and expired gurus. I was curious, in these crazy times, there are still people out there who clearly either must sell or absolutely want to sell no matter what. So you're reaching out to them. How do you do that? Can you give me some insight what you do?
Well, what I've noticed is just in this past week, I've had 2 expired sellers reach out to me directly. And a light bulb kind of went off of, these people are still going to need to sell more than ever, because now they think there might be a downturn in our market and the pricing, that they're missing opportunity if they don't sell now. So I started using Loom to just send out to them, if I have their contact information, of letting them know that they might potentially still need to sell, and that our team is there for them, and that I looked at their comparative market analysis and I have more information regarding their home value, that we're doing virtual tours and things like that. So that has helped to get more virtual listing appointments. And another thing that I did, Borino, is virtual listing appointments and buyer presentations could be really uncomfortable for not only myself at first, but other realtors and my team. So I try to simplify the process and make it affordable and easy. One, we start with Loom, then of course we go to Zoom. And the other thing that I did, in case we jump on quickly with somebody that wants to talk to us through Zoom, or have a small consultation that we don't know specifically their address maybe yet, that we don't have the presentation of the CMA, I took this idea from another realtor, and he did you have to rethink your value proposition and what you're doing virtually to help these sellers. We were already, before this happened, doing drone photography, the 3D Matterports, things like that. So I rethought our landing pages for those, to be able to show our sellers more than ever that we do the virtual tours and 3D Matterport, but also a flip book of our value proposition that's a little bit easier and more virtual. So I could show you an example of that, but I had a designer, she's actually finishing it for me today, but I copied it from another realtor named Mike, and he had this on his website just under sellers, the seller tab, and now it's a flip book of a small seller consultation. So it's easy for me and my agents just to go in there with 2 clicks and just flip a book without a full-on CMA being prepared. So
Gotcha.
that was,
so this is like a digital book, like a
digital book.
ebook.
I could show you examples of that in the landing.
Please, let's take a look. This is awesome. This is good stuff, Shana. I really like this. Very cool.
This is all simple. Like
you guys like it? Good stuff.
I had to do most of this all within the past 2 weeks, so it didn't cost a lot of money or time. Everybody could do this, and I would say just be prepared for it, and it will help your business not only today but for the future.
Now, you know what, before you jump into that, what
Sure.
I want to just point out, guys, there are 3 types of people in this business. People who will just cry and whine, who will be the victims, and who will eventually, or pretty quickly, if they haven't already, leave the business. Then there'll be those who will just kind of survive barely, and there'll be not much change in their business. And there are people like Shana who says, well, fuck it, it's a bad deal. It's really tough out there, but I don't want to whine. I don't want to just maintain. I need to pivot. I need to make some changes quickly to adapt. And if you notice how quickly she's able to adapt, and I'm here to tell you, it is not a matter of talent. It is not a matter of motivation or personality. It is a matter of, let's get shit done. What do I need to learn? What do I need to do? What do I need to implement? Let's go. Let's get it done. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have. And that's exactly what you're seeing now. On budget, without spending thousands of dollars, without being salesy, pushy, arrogant, or taking advantage of people. This is not about that. This is not about cashing on the disaster that we're going through. This is about providing service to people who clearly are out there who need our help. And I love that. I really appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at the book.
Yeah, and like you said, Borino, if they're not ready today and they want to wait this out another even few months, if it takes that, they're going to be ready. It's just a matter of when. But why not have these virtual presentations with them and consultations to identify what their time frame is and their
because
needs.
how many other agents can do this, and how many agents can compete with you on this level where you're not only providing good information but holding their hand and creating this authentic connection and relationship with them? Nobody else will be able to break that bond once it's established. Good stuff. All right, let's take a look.
Okay, so I'm going to share something else with you. Let me jump over. This is just I'm going to show you an example of our landing pages. So this doesn't help you with sellers and your expireds and all of that. So I don't have mine on my website yet. It's going to be there today, but first I'm going to show you this, that this was my next critical thing to help my team that I copied from another realtor, and very affordable for a designer to make this. So this goes on his website under sellers. And basically it was a tool that I felt that my team members, if I made it simple as possible, they're going to feel comfortable doing these virtual presentations and to reevaluate our value proposition. So this is another realtor's example, and I kind of created the same thing that will be live on my website today. So that way, if they go on a Zoom link, then they could simply just do this, something about our team, that we do the Matterport, that we do the drone photography. So letting them know that they could still be virtual, that we are advertising digitally. So you guys get the hint on that of your recent solds, 6 steps of selling. We actually have like a moving checklist. Testimonials. So it could be something simple, but at least it's something that you could send to a seller digitally as well. Normally we would have this all in print marketing, in books, and even do drop-offs to people, but now we're just trying to provide as much value digitally to them. So this is similar to what we would have printed, but now it's just a digital flip book.
That's very cool. Now, a couple of tips I can give you guys how you can do the same or something similar. You can create it in PowerPoint or Keynote, which you now can share and play it within the Zoom application. And please don't spend a lot of time trying to design it. That's not your job, and most of you are not very good at it. I'm raising my hand first because I can put together shitty presentations. You can jump on Fiverr, and especially now with the way the economy is, there are tons of people out there who can use a few bucks. Hire somebody for $5, $10, $15, $20 who can really make a nice job putting it together, looking at polished, professional. You can launch it when you're sitting down with the seller virtually. You can go through this, really impress them, present good information, and reposition yourself as the market expert. That's really cool. Love it.
So this is something else that we normally share with sellers, but now more than ever, I feel like that it's very important. So I've seen a lot of realtors adapting to different ways of doing the Matterport. We've always done the Matterport. So this is just an example of my landing page on one of my last listings, that you could do the 3D tour. And then of course it turns it into a video that you could see the floor plan. So this is just a landing page. And then I have one more example of a landing page that the agents are doing now.
Very cool.
This one is really cool too. This is somebody else's, but so they're just basically making a landing page like we normally do, but making sure that you have those virtual tours. Because what I'm noticing right now, when we have buyers that are still wanting to look at properties, we're telling them we're only offering virtual tours. But if it's not our listing and they don't have a 3D Matterport, they're asking the sellers to walk through the house. And sometimes those aren't the best, but of course that's what we're using. So I would encourage everybody, if you can, especially if you're taking listings in this time, or if you still have active listings, to get that 3D Matterport so people could take their own tours.
Do you own Matterport, or you just hire somebody to do those for you?
I hire somebody to do it for me, and they're really affordable in my area, and they're still doing it. There is a new product that Ylopo might be releasing this week. That there's a company that has kits that they could give to the sellers, but again, it's kind of a lot to ask of a seller to do their own tour, even if you're editing it.
I've seen some of the pictures that some of the agents take, so I don't have much faith in that. So how much does it cost to do a Matterport on an average house? I know it varies by square footage and size and all that, but
So
what is it, between $200 and $500, something like that?
Yeah, I paid $250. And another tip that I could share with you guys is every Matterport. So I paid $250. I get a floor plan. I get the full 3D home tour. And what I do is very simply, you just press play and you could do a record over, and it will turn your 3D Matterport into a virtual video tour. So that's what I do on all of mine. And then that way I could add it to YouTube. So you could repurpose your Matterports too and turn it into a video, put some music behind it. Very easy to edit that you could do for free yourself.
Very cool. You still do professional photos in addition to the 3D?
We do, and we also do drone.
You do drone. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So your marketing package total cost is what, about $500-600?
Mine is.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing even pre this past few weeks.
Gotcha. No, I mean once you pick up the listing. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, average commission I would venture says what, $15,000, $10,000-15,000, somewhere there. So it's money well spent and necessary right now. It is not a luxury anymore. It is a necessity.
It's a
Because you're not just protecting your health, your seller's health, you're positioning yourself, you're offering service to buyers and sellers through these technologies. This is really, really good stuff, Shana. Love it.
So,
All right.
so those,
Did we cover everything?
no, I could keep going.
Nope.
Now.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to show you guys if you
Please.
I put them on a slide here, and I'm going to just jam through just some ideas that you guys could do at low cost. And for me and the broker owners around the country that I jumped on panels and Zooms with, the number one question is, what do we do to stay busy and keep our agents busy? Because it's going to help with mindset. So some of this stuff you can do at low to no cost, not very much time. It's going to help your business for the future. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. I'll show you this real quick. This is another way besides the flip presentation. We already had this, but now more than ever, dig up all your old tools that maybe you didn't use. This is a video that that we created for sellers, just showing. I'm going to turn off the music.
No, please don't. I was jamming here.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, I'll turn back on the music, but just showing again your value proposition, what you're doing to stand apart for sellers.
And these are just professional photos you're using as a slideshow?
It actually, anybody could design this, even with iMovie or anything. This was created from Ylopo.
Okay. You could totally do this like even in PowerPoint or Keynote.
Yep.
A few slides, pictures, and
You
some
could use
videos.
slides and put it behind video. So you guys kind of get the hint of that, and I could
Very cool.
share this link, but this was basically something that we never really used, but now we are using it to our sellers because, like I said, we have to do everything virtually. So why not dig up all these tools that we used to have?
Loving it. I have a question from Sandy for you, Shana. Just curious how many people are on your team?
I have a small team and I have 4 realtors. myself, and a licensed TC.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the crazy thing, Borino, the one that adjusted to this virtual world the quickest and is doing the best on my team is a brand new realtor that just got licensed this year. He's doing better this past 2 to 3 weeks than he has even this year. He just closed a brand new house, put a brand new house in contract, and he sent out an e-blast of just, are you safe? Asking again about the family's well-being. And he got a response that somebody needed to list him by, and then also another response that somebody's husband had already moved across the country and she really needs to sell so she could get there with her family. So he had just over the weekend 2 listing presentations, put a new home in contract. So what we're seeing is what's been the easiest to put in contract right now, of course, is vacant homes. But another really niche that everybody should be focused on is new homes. And some of the new homes, not only are they vacant and easy to show that we physically don't have to go, they could go to the sales office. Sales offices are still open, but they're also, some of them are offering like a disinfectant upon closing. So some of the new homes that we are, and of course they don't have to have the inspections and things like we do on normal homes. And now because they're being built, their close date that we're putting in contract now isn't hitting till May or June. Things might settle down before then. So we've been really focused on new home sales right now.
Very cool. Shana, on a personal note, I want to wrap this up with, it is really hard to stay positive, stay focused, stay productive. There's a part of our brain that is now working overdrive because of all the craziness going on that's just trying to protect us. So a lot of it has to do with, not that you're not motivated people, but because of the craziness going on that's causing the stress and fatigue. What do you personally find helpful? How do you stay afloat? How do you sustain not just your energy and your upbeat, positive personality that always been shining through, but now more than ever through this, but to help your team stay on track? And I want to use the word motivated. It's kind of been beat up to death, but more like, how do you keep this energy and how do you stay focused and how do you stay productive? What works for you right now? Share some tips that you found helpful.
I'm going to be honest with you, Borino. I'm like probably you and everybody else in the country right now. If I start watching the news, I sit in my pajamas on the couch. I feel really just like everybody else, almost brings you to tears watching everything that's going on. It's unmotivating. I've talked to some realtors that literally are just going to get unemployment and take a backseat approach. I think that those are the agents that are not going to make it through this. They're gonna find other jobs. So I think that what's helped me is I survived that last downturn. I adapted to a heavy foreclosure market. I know that no matter what the economy or anything brings, that this is my career. I've been doing it for 15 years. I'm going to survive it. And the thing that has really changed my energy and my outlook is helping other realtors, talking to other realtors, keeping my mind busy with what can I learn that's not going to help me right now, but going to help me for the future. So a lot of this stuff I should have adapted to sooner. Doing more bombs, doing more time efficiency type consultations. And this is forcing us to be better agents. And the reality is a lot of realtors will get out of this business. But the thing that has really helped me stay positive, it'll change my whole mindset and outlook, is getting physical exercise, getting up, getting dressed, getting ready in the morning, having conversations with other people outside of your family and your household. So if that means only virtual, scheduling Zoom videos. If anything, I feel as busy as I was even 2 to 3 weeks ago. It's changed, but if you could just keep to a time blocking schedule and staying efficient on working on your business for when this does all reset.
And it will. This is just a matter of time. Nobody knows how long and nobody knows how bad the consequences will be. There'll be some, but here's what I know. We've been through some crazy shit. 1989, 1990, tough. People survived and thrived. 9/11, people survived and thrived. 2007, 8, people survived and thrived. We'll survive and thrive this just as well. Because this calamity will create a lot of demand for experts like Shana, like you guys, somebody who can make sense out of all this noise that's going on, because nobody really knows where the market's going to go. If it's going to go down, there'll be people who's going to need your help. If the market stays about the same, there'll be people who didn't think about moving 2 months ago who now are, just like you said, you had several examples of those. If the market continues to rise, same thing. There'll be always people who will now more than ever. And I love what you said, instead of artificial intelligence, need emotional intelligence. And you back it up with skill, with tools, with technology, you can be unstoppable. And I'm going on record, guys, please quote me on this. With the right mindset, the right systems, the right tools, and persistent action, this can be your best year ever. There's no doubt in my mind. Easy? Fuck no, it's hard. But it would be hard regardless. And I tell you one thing, being broke is a lot harder. So don't buy into your own or somebody else's excuses, noise, or drama. Stay focused, stay due course. This will blow over. All right, Shana, good stuff. Thank you very much for sharing all this. I really appreciate it. And I see all these beautiful comments and likes we're getting from people. It really resonated. It was very.
Thank you very much. And I do appreciate what you just said last, Borino, because in the last downturn, I was listing foreclosures and I was on teams that was selling 100 homes a year. I haven't hit that again in the traditional markets for 4 or 5 years. We're selling 100 homes a year. So definitely, and sometimes these troubled times, that's going to bring the most opportunity. You just have to pivot and adapt to what those are. And unfortunately, we might see more people foreclosing and a lot more people that need our help.
Yeah, but that's when we need to step up and be the guidance, be the lighthouse in that storm. That's why we need more people like Shana. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate what you do, who you are, and how you handle this, and how you share, and how you come from contribution. Always
Can I
love
share
to have
one
you
last
back.
thing?
Please.
One last thing that is, if you guys are needing something to do from home, let me share my screen one more time. I haven't yet tried to do a digital open house, but I'm going to probably do it this next weekend. This was just an example of other people that are doing virtual open houses. So I've never tried to do a landing page like this one, where there's a landing page with all of your video tours. That would be easy and affordable to create. And then the other last thing is this. So it was actually on the news this morning too, about how it's making everybody in the neighborhoods feel better when they're doing the kids are doing Chalk Your Walk. So we sent out, like pop-bys or sent out mailers for Chalk Your Walk, just a bag of chalk for the kids that are home, as well as Blossom Where You Stand, the seeds for them to do a little gardening. There's another realtor in our office that sent out, and you could do that digitally too, is Amazon $10 gift cards to be able to buy them a movie from home. So just like simply, I'm thinking of you and your family, movies on me. And then I loved this. I took this from another realtor, and we haven't tried it yet, but this might be the next thing we try, is Front Steps project of sending a photographer curbside, scheduling it with the clients to see if they want a family portrait. I haven't tried that one, but I thought it was a cute idea.
I like that. I like all of them. Super cool idea. Love it. Shana, thank you so much.
Thank you, Borino.
I could stay for another 2 hours. You know, I can just bring lunch. We can chat over lunch. We can go for a walk.
Talk, then I'll have some other ideas for you guys. We're in this together. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or if you just want a uplifting conversation, you know how to find me. I'm here for your entire community. And I just really hope that all of you are staying home and staying safe and enjoying this time with your family.
Very cool. We'll have you back. Would you come back, please?
I would. I'd love to.
Awesome. Would love to. Fantastic. You guys, please join me. Say thank you to Miss Shana Gates. Reach out to her. If nothing else, send her a little message how you appreciated the information and the uplifting message that she shared with us here today. God, do we need more of those. Thank you very much. All right, you guys, stay safe. Be healthy. Stay the fuck home. Don't you do anything stupid. We need you. So educate yourself. Yeah, binge a little, drink a little more wine. We all do. It's fine. But do the best you can with what you have. There are plenty of opportunities, plenty of tools, and plenty of shifts that now will allow you to do things that were not possible before. This is a good time. Sharpen your axe, help people, and thrive. And with that, Shana Gates and Borino signing off. Thank you for being here today. I'll talk to you real soon. Let's go get them. Ciao.